What's going on, people? Thank you for watching this video. Welcome to Raw Boxing TV. Today let's go ahead and talk about boxing. What is boxing? You have heard me stress that conception of pure skills, of hit and don't get hit. And I guess this caught the attention of either one of my subscribers or somebody who just happened to stumble against one of my videos. And he asked a very interesting question. And the reason I say very interesting question is because it depends on how he was asking it. Maybe he was asking it in a very sarcastic way, trying to make my point a lot lesser than his, or maybe he was asking it in a very honest way. Whatever the case might be, I'm not his judge, but I am here to answer his question. The question comes from Damian Estigarribia Lombardi, and it reads as follows. I'm kind of new to boxing, so I'm a little confused as to pure boxing, he goes. Anyways, wasn't boxing originally about brawling it out and not the concept of hitting and don't getting hit? Can someone help, please? Here I am. I'm going to volunteer to help you, and I'm going to volunteer to clear your mind on your confusion. You are right. Boxing started as a very crude sport. Boxing started as a very rude, brawling sport. Matter of fact, boxing might be the oldest sport known to man. It started way back from the ancient Roman Empire. And you are right again. Like I said, it did start it as a brawling sport. But from the beginning of time, man has come up with things in a very crude way. I mean, we have gone from Noah's Ark to a very luxurious cruise ship. We have gone from horse carriages to Bulgari Veyrams and Lamborghinis. We have gone from wearing camel skins to very nice fitted suits. We have gone from living in tents and caves to very luxurious homes. From the beginning of time, men created things in a very crude way. But men started developing a hunger for perfection. Again, I say we went from Noah's Ark to a sailboat to the Spanish conquistadors with those luxurious model ships to what we have now as cruise ships and yachts, whatever the case might be. We have gone, due to the hunger for perfection, from horse carriages to Model A Fords and Lamborghinis. We have gone, because of the hunger of perfection, through ingenuities of creating perfection in our craft, from camel skins as clothes to very nice suits. The same thing applies to boxing. Boxing started as a very crude sport. But as time progressed, as this sport was being used, as the hunger for perfection started to develop, so with it came skills. A hunger to develop a way to attack your opponent without your opponent hitting you back. After all, that doesn't only apply to boxing, but it applies at war. At war. If you can go to war with a country and hit them and prevent them hitting you, I believe that is a very crafty way of doing it, very smart way of doing it, so as it is in boxing. Whether ignorance choose to call it running, because obviously they don't know what they're talking about, or you can choose to call it boring. Which, again, I would like to say that if you are a true boxing fan, the minute you say a fighter or a fight is boring, that automatically disqualifies you from calling yourself a boxing fan. And why do I say this? Because boxing is a sport that's composed by many styles. You have the brawlers. You have the power punchers. You have the very skillful fighters. Everything composes boxing. So as a boxing fan, you can enjoy a fight that you might call boring to a action-packed fight. It doesn't matter what you get that night, you're still going to watch it because it's the sport that you want to watch. That's the sport that calls your attention. That's the sport that you love. The minute you call a fighter, oh, he's boring, or he's got a boring style, or that was a boring fight, stop calling yourself boxing fan, because you're not. You're a fan of a certain fighter and of a certain style of fighting, but not of that sport of boxing. After all, you can't tell me that you love sandwich, but you only gonna eat the burger and not the bread, right? I mean, the lettuce, tomatoes, all that was just an additive. You cannot love something completely without the full component of it. So, yes, to answer your question, boxing did start it as a crude ship, but everything develops to perfection. And perfection is the art of hitting and not getting hit. And that's what boxing is today. Just like that's what your car is today. I mean, don't tell me you're riding around in a horse carriage. Don't tell me you're still wearing camel skin as clothes. Don't tell me that you're still drinking water on goat skins. If your question was in a sarcastic way, I hope that answered your question. Everything goes from crude to perfection. There is a beginning, there is a process to perfection, and then there is that perfection. I hope that answers your question. I hope that answers a lot of y'all's question as to the concept of hitting and not getting hit. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. And I'm out. Subscribe.